How's everyone doing today? Just doing the final touches, getting set up today. Should go on. Perfect. I love the little boop. Tells me that we're good. All right. Yeah, so here we are, having fun, doing the things. Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy Online in the layman terms. Friday the 13th, so spooky, kind of a cursed yet fated day, the day before Valentine's Day, so that's a bit much. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how much fun we have here. We're doing more with Ray Karn, Busy Gamer Dad. We are level 8 Marauder. We'll have some fun. We're being a tank, so we'll get into it. I think that this will be pretty fun to continue playing through. Oh, that's pretty loud. We're going to drop that down a little bit. So before we jump into it, I wanted to bring up my phone and I wanted to give some shout outs to some people. And I'm going to just try and do this on the regular. If there's people commenting on comments, or commenting on comments, that's a really good sentence. Commenting on our YouTube uploads or videos and everything like that, I want to highlight that. And I want to call them out and say thank you for the comment. Because if it resonates with us, I want it to resonate with the rest of the community, so that everyone gets together, cohesion, as it were, and, like minds and things like that. Not hive mind, like minds. I don't want anyone to be brainwashed into thinking that it's all homogeneous and we think the same way. We don't. So, from Cyber SK, he wrote a comment about how much the doll fight was memorable for him, and that he stumbled across our videos here from the Ogre Battle playthrough that we were currently doing on Sundays is our upload day for the Ogre Battle videos, and it was one of his childhood favorite games. And he also resonates with the Demon Wall fight, which is going to be coming up in the series. So if you haven't seen it, I recommend that you subscribe to the YouTube side of things and keep up to date with it, because that's one of my favorite fights. It took me way longer than it did them to beat it. I think it took me like 2 weeks or 3 weeks to beat it, but it was a lot of fun. And then there was a couple others. Let's see here. Go to view all posts, and let's go to type. Oh, no, sort by. Oh, no, I had it all set up. Where did it go? Comments there. There it is. There it is. Good. Archimedes, he talked about Kefka with one of our farming tricks in the Tower of Zot. If you don't know this, in the Pixel Remastered games, they've done a different way of doing what are they called? The puppeteers, or the summoners, basically. And there's several of those types of monsters inside Final Fantasy IV. And in the SNES version of the game, they had a limited mana pool and they could only summon a certain number of monsters. But in the Pixel Remastered, it seems like they have infinite, and you can get them to continually summon and farm experience points, like to the point where you're getting a lot of experience from these fights. Grain of salt, take it as you really want to sit there and grind if you need to. The game seems to be also more balanced in the Pixel Remastered, so if you're looking for a good entry point, you can definitely get that version of the game, and it's on multiple platforms as well. So the Pixel Remastered allows you to have that nostalgia factor, and it's a very good busy gamer game because you get the ability to quick save at any point and stop and then go do your chores or go do work or something like that, and then come back to it at a later date. So it's a very good busy gamer way of playing the older Final Fantasies from 1 to 6. So I do recommend you guys take a look at the Pixel Remastered series if you're interested in playing those games again. One of the other things I'll bring to light is Final Fantasy Renaissance is an awesome way to play the original Final Fantasy as well as a Renaissance version of the Final Fantasy, where the developer, Osmo, has brought in all these different job classes: Samurai, Machinist, Green Mage, Blue Mage, and implemented class quests for them. And it's just a lot of fun to experience that version of Final Fantasy, the original, in an 8-bit format. If you just want to do the original vanilla Final Fantasy, that's there too, and it's all rebuilt with Unity, so that all the bugs are out of it and everything works as intended. So it's also a really good way to experience it. So I highly recommend you take a look at it, Final Fantasy Renaissance. And there was one more comment. I want to make sure I say this for the Ogre Battle series. I've seen this a couple of times, and I want to make sure I say this. Your charisma and alignment are critical, and Johnny 6543 talked about that in one of the comments for one of the videos, that charisma and alignment really do mean what ending you're going to get. And it's mentioned in the instruction book, but they kind of verified that as well. So if you're doing the Ogre Battle series, you want to make sure that, one, I'll say this. If you're doing that on the Super Nintendo version of the game, that's not a very good busy gamer game, because you don't have the ability to save when you go into a mission. It's either you complete it or you don't. You can't pause it. Well, you can pause it, but you can't stop it and come back to it at a later date unless you really want to pay a hefty electrical bill. If you are looking for a good busy version of that game, busy gamer version of that game, the PlayStation version of that game allows you to save mid-mission and come back to it at a later date. But the Super Nintendo version of the game, which we're playing, doesn't allow that. So I gotta block out like 2 hours and 2.5 hours to get through a mission, just so that I can sit down there and get it done and recorded. So just a couple of points for the series that we're doing before we jump into our Final Fantasy playthrough. So hopefully that resonates with people. I'm trying to, change it up a little bit, talk about the good things on the community posts and stuff like that, get some people engaged in the YouTube side of things and sharing the videos and commenting on them. But regardless, you guys are here for Final Fantasy, and then we're going to be going into that right now. Now, how do I do this? Click you. Yes. Log in. Yes. Raycarn. Raycarn Busy Gamer Game. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. All right. No, I don't need to do that. Achievements. Oh, we got an achievement. Oh, cool. Awesome. An axe to grind. Oh, that's fun. Got some achievements. That's fun. I don't really necessarily care too much about that. Oh, we're close to getting an achievement. Approaching completion. Gotcha. Cool. All right, cool. Close that out. Now, where were we going? What were we doing? We could do the axe in the stone, dress to... Yeah, we can go out and we can take care of this quest. I think that's where we want to go, because that's an MSQ main story quest. That right here, you see the blazing like check mark. That's a main story quest. Fool Me Once and Glory Days are also really good ones to get. But let's check out the one that we need to do. Let's check out this guy, the main story quest, and see how far we can take our... So this is we'll say demo subscription, so I don't know how far we'll be able to get into it, but we're definitely going to have as much fun as we can. So where do I want to go? I want to go to the network. No, I don't want to do the lower deck. Logs, not logs. Journal. Where was it? I'll figure it out. Travel. Teleport. Can I teleport to where I want to be? No, it doesn't look like it can. Okay, that's fine. Oh, and there's a fee associated with it. I didn't know that. Nice. Okay, well, we're going to run out of town then. We'll run ourselves out of town. Where am I going? Where's the lift? The lift is... Shoot. Where is the lift? Oh, we're here. Cool. Awesome. We'll go to the Bulwark Hall. Wait, unless I was... Nope, lower deck. That's where I want to go. That's where I want to go. Cool. Awesome. All right, and then we go this way, and I think we go out... Yes, we go out this way. Yes. Player guide, yep. Cool, awesome. Oh, it's nighttime. Very scary at night. Very scary. And then we'll run up this way. What are you? I don't know what that symbol is. We'll leave them be for now. We'll just run ourselves up here. So hopefully you're having a good day today. Like I said, it's Final Fantasy February, so we're doing Final Fantasy Online. This is the demo account or trial account, whatever you want to call it. But today we're going to be taking a look at... Oh, someone is texting me? Oh, my Duolingo. Gotcha. Yeah, so if you... we're going to talk a little bit more about it, not ad nauseum. Okay. All right, cool. Gotcha. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about self-love today. Self-love is one of those things that I think gets overlooked during the frolicking and the connections for people for, Valentine's Day and the month of February in general. And it's good to, and this is a big thing, it is good to take care of what you need to take care of if you are in a relationship. And I mean that. There are things that you have a responsibility to take care of in a relationship. Now, what does that mean in general? That just simply means that you have certain obligations, responsibilities, expectations for your significant other. Sometimes it's buying flowers. Sometimes it's, did I actually rest at this crystal? Connect with this crystal? That's home points. Register security token. Oh, I didn't do that. Summerford Farms. Okay, cool. So you have these certain requirements in your relationship. And if you don't know what those requirements are, and you're not sure what those requirements are, you can ask. You're allowed to ask. In some cases, it's good to ask because then you understand the expectations and you can go back to it if the person you're with does not, in the future, acknowledge those expectations and simply say, you told me it was this. This is how I interpreted that statement. I want you to do the dishes. I did the dishes. Now, one of those things is, a little gray area where it's like, hey, I want you to give me more foot rubs. I want you to give me more things. And the thing that you can do with those bits of information is understand that person's love language, what that person expects to be shown as a way of communicating that you love them or you like them. Let's have a look and see, shall we? Oh, as long as you're this well covered, I feel like I was running into sharks. Erstwhile, Buccaneers are an ornery lot. They rage in love for the sea and care little for the laws of the land. But they respect strength, and by the looks of you, I'd say you'll have little trouble getting their attention. All right, cool. Now we got a new weapon. Nice. I want Rogue Ninja. No, I think this is what we want. The Warrior. Yeah. I'm not going to pick up the money. We'll pick this up. Nice. Awesome. And so now where's my treasure chest? Here, characters. Armor chest. Yeah. And then, is it control? It's control. The Marauder's Arms. Wait, this isn't any better? I have questions. 8? Binding, yeah. No, that's better. Yeah, that's weird. Item comparison. Selected item. Yeah, it's less. Yeah, okay. Cool. Awesome. Nice. All right, so let's see here. What main story quests we got? Busy Gamer Dad, that aura of confidence tells me you've been idle since we last met. Yes. I hope you've read. I hope I read you all right. For I have a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? Yes. All right, so we got a reward. We got experience. We get money. We get eye drops. Oh, cool. Okay, and then we get potions. All right, cool. All right, nice. We're going to get off to the best start of things. Glad to hear. Then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. You will have heard rumors of the abductions. Yes, we did. Last week we heard about that. The citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Lominsa, as if plucked from the face of Hydaelyn, boots and all, by an unseen hand. And what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen, but it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with azure tattooed faces has been creeping up to the edges of the fields and spying on me yeoman. Yeoman? Yeah. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by such savages at the best of times, but the farmhands are convinced that they're the kidnappers of rumor, come for their hides. Needless to say, they're beside themselves with worry, and their work's suffering for it, which is the very last thing I need when my old crew are still getting used to their new jobs. 'Tis a struggle to get them to leave the farmhouse of the morning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? Yes, we would. Oh, hello. This game makes you mad? Why does this game make you mad? Good lad. The sooner you get to the bottom of this, the sooner the place start to resemble a farming. Okay, cool. I suggest you've been having a look around Seasong Grotto. If reports are to be believed, you are unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful though, busy gamer dad. I couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with here, and if they are the kidnappers, well, just be on your guard. I haven't played it long enough to form a true opinion one way or another. There's definitely some things that I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Some quests will encounter objects on the ground. Okay, cool. Because my script ran out and I couldn't renew it for some reason. Oh. You know what, Anthony? Here's one of the things that happened to me. When I first tried this game out, probably 4 years ago at least at this point, actually no, maybe even a little bit longer, when it came to console, PlayStation 4, I tried it out on there, and I made an account, and I went through all the steps and everything like that, and I was actually finding it quite enjoyable to play. And I was looking to just kind of, I was at the point where I was tapering off from Destiny 2 at that juncture, so I was like, oh yeah, this could be a good game to fill my time. And for some reason, this is where I echo your sentiments of frustration. It wouldn't allow me to log back in, and I tried to follow all the steps online. I called customer service. I did all these extra steps to try and get myself, back logged in, and everything was a dead end. And I'm like, all right, you know what? This is a barrier of entry that I just don't care about, and so I stopped trying and I stopped playing it. Oh, yep, see? So maybe it's something that happened on the PlayStation 4 network for the game or something like that, but it made it so that I just didn't want to play it anymore. And I stopped playing it, and I went back to Destiny 2 for, I think, about another 6-8 months, and then I kind of tapered off. But I know exactly what you're talking about, where it was like I had a problem logging in, or my account was, for lack of a better term, corrupted or compromised or locked out, and to this day, there's a account with my name on it that I was trying to play, and all of a sudden, just deactivated, or was unable to be logged in. And I'm like, well, all right, if you don't want me to play the game, I won't. Okay, bye. I got many other things. I'm a busy guy. I got many other things I want to do. And yes, that's very frustrating because you're like, well, I want to actually play the game. I want to enjoy the game. So, yeah, one of those things. I echo it. All right, let's see. We got lurkers in the grotto. So I got to go over here? Question mark? Oh, yep. So I got to maybe go in this way and go underneath the river? Stream? Creek? Whatever you want to call it. Oh, you even bought the... That's rough, dude. That's rough. I am sorry to hear that. I am sorry to hear that. Oh, hey, is there a quest person out here? No, that's just the thing. Cool. Okay. All right. We're going to go down in here. Seasong Grotto right here. So last week, around 10:30, we opened up a pack of Final Fantasy boosters. So we'll be doing that again today around 10:30. If you happen to be here, Anthony, if you can remind me, please let me know. We'll see what we get from it. Are you going to aggro on me? It looks like they're neutral. Looks like they're neutral. Okay. Mm-hmm. I love... So one thing that Final Fantasy Square does is they have a very good musical design. They really do. You're about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed on the active help window before answering the call to duty. Okay. You are about to enter a special instance in these areas reserved for important battles which feature unique environmental conditions or powerful bosses. Instance. Okay, so this is like a private world event is what I'll call it. Instant objectives can be confirmed in the duty list. The duration of the battle, you will be unable to pass through the red line displayed. You will automatically leave the instance once all objectives are complete. Gotcha. Okay. So, you miss playing as a monk? Honestly, I was on the fence on how I wanted to play. And it was either a warrior, a marauder here, because I wanted to be a tank, or I wanted to be a monk or ninja as like a DPS, or maybe they can be tanks. I don't know, Anthony, if you happen to know that. But depending on what class I went, I was going to name. So in my D&D campaign, we had my buddy Derek. He made a monk that was named Tyra Ganks, and she was stupid powerful before they did the rules change. She was like basically the Wicked Witch of the West, where she could fly, she could just punch, she cast fist to face and just like destroyed a dragon. It was ridiculous. He did like, I think in one round of combat, he did 60 to 70 points of damage, maybe even more, to this young dragon, and just like obliterated it. It was hilarious. So that was the reason why I wanted to be either a tank, which I was going to name Rainkarn, or a monk named Tyra Ganks. So yeah. You're still at the beginning of the easy. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you're still in the easy. Okay. Yeah, this is easy mode. You know, I'm taking it slow. I'm having fun with it. So hopefully this is kind of resonating with you in some way. Oh, this is level 9. What level are we? I don't think we're level 9. I think we're only level 7 or 5. Nope, we're only level 8. Okay, cool. You know what? So what? We're a level down. This will be a test of our skills. Our epic skills.
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide.
Are you now?
I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die.
Oh, bad way. All right, fair enough.
Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone.
Cultured conjurer.
Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives.
Is that so?
It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea.
Mm-hmm.
You are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms.
Oh, is it? That's you still. Is it?
I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark.
Oh, that a big dude.
Perhaps not.
That thing's terrifying.
The etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence, nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked.
Is that like a young Ishtola? Yep, that's her.
Stands to benefit
No, that's fine. Yeah, Ishtola. So, random thing, Anthony. I don't know if you play Magic the Gathering, but my older brother frequents one of our local card shops, and they're doing a Commander League, but it's a pre-con Commander League. So you get to pick from a certain gated series of time for which commander, and it's just pre-con. You just do what you can with the deck. Now, I don't know if it's like everyone's going to run Ishtola, everyone's going to run Caesar, everyone's going to run, the Lorwyn one, like the Dance of the Elements, I think is a pretty strong one right now. But I thought it was a really cool idea. If I could, I'm considering joining that league. I'm not very good at Magic the Gathering, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. And one of the things I'm thinking about doing is like a Magic the Gathering, like Magic May, where I might do Magic the Gathering, anything I can get my hands on for like content or anything like that. So if you're interested in something like that, let me know. If you think that would be a good month-long like project to see what the channel can grow with.
Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
Oh yeah, it was a money grab. I'm not gonna, have the rose-colored glasses about it. It was a cash grab. It's like the most selling Final Fantasy or not Final Fantasy, Magic the Gathering set. I think the IP was destined to converge at some point, and the way they did it, the print runs they did it okay. I mean, there's naturally going to be scalpers and stuff like that. Like, if you look at a collector's box for the booster packs at this point, I think they're over $1,000. Like, they're $1,200 or $1,100 at this point. I was kind of watching them over the holidays to maybe buy one, and that would have been like my own Christmas present to myself. But yeah. I did check it out, actually. I remember that, and I did check it out the other day, and I'm gonna don't tell my brothers. I'm gonna buy it for them for their birthday, and then we're all gonna try and play it over the summer, but don't tell them, okay? Because I like playing those games with them, because my older brother, he lives local. My younger brother lives in Virginia. Let's branch this up. So we got the combos. Sense something. Arrive with this creature. Be on your guard. So I have stone skin now. Okay. I'm looking around trying to see. Can I combo this? I can combo this. I guess I don't need to really worry too much. Rampart reduces damage taken. Yeah, that's what I thought that did. This is kind of just straightforward, just tank and spank kind of thing. I'll just let her tank. She seems to be doing a very good job. For a conjurer, that is. Yeah! Oh, what are those guys? Do I need to take them out? Oh, there's another dude. Do I have AoE effects? I don't think I have AoE effects as this guy just yet. Take this one out. There. Done. They said it would be hard. Huh. Help with the bills and get... Promise of a flower DLC. I'll try and remember that. Okay, I'll try and remember that. I'll definitely be getting them the base game. That's at least the minimum for it. What's this crystal? What be you? So I started reading, well, audiobooking the Mistborn series. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying I don't see the hype. I enjoyed the series. I enjoy reading about it. I enjoy the voice actor who is reading the book and everything like that. But I don't get the hype around it. Maybe it's just because there's later books that are better. But I don't know. Inflammatory comment, right? Okay, got 1 of 7. Is that like one of the heralds? I don't know the lore yet. And that's the thing I talked about here. Okay. Oh, that's a calamity. Big axe week. Okay, gotcha.
Crystal bearer. I am Heidelin.
Heidelin is a goddess.
A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up
They are.
instead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Okay, so there's chunks of these crystals. Do they assemble like Voltron into a sword or shield or something? Or are they like just the embodiment of an old goddess? Or do they represent the world? Like the world stone?
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee.
Okay. Are there any dark crystals?
For the light liveth
Oh, hey. Those are the heroes from before, I believe. Not entirely sure. That's a pretty image, though. Oh, that's a bright light.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Yeah, just passing out in the field when one of those big
Again, are we?
monsters was right there. And she's just studying. Oh, at least she was there to help us.
Aha! The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought.
Oh.
See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back. I
Mhm.
have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope. It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion, piratical being the most probable.
Hmm.
In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction.
Yeah, I'm good.
confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether? I beg your pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't.
Pause to
Very
consider.
well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations. I must continue my investigation.
Must continue the investigations.
In
I
the
must
meantime,
away.
I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business.
Okay.
The days ahead promise little rest, I fear. May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
Thanks for helping. Thanks for tanking. Even though I'm the tank. Okay, anything around here that I need to worry about? Do. Okay, no, we're good. Let's see here. Let's go here. We already have food. Experience bonus. Oh, huh. Should have probably had that on, huh? What are you? You look terrifying. Let's see here. Alchemetics, trash, ether, sell price. Okay, restores a small amount of MP. Animal skin. These are crafting agents. Yep, crafting materials. Gotcha. Okay. Crafting materials. Can I just use this? Okay, cool. Awesome. Probably should have had that on from the start. Alright. Increase movement speed. Run! Off we go! Yeah, I do agree. The races, the characters that you can pick in this game, they are pretty cool. Yeah, I was on the fence if I wanted to be a little person tank, like a gnome tank from like World of Warcraft or something like that. All right. Crystal 8, yeah. Well, it was a blunt knife? That's just rude. Alright, let's turn this in. Busy gamer dad, glad I safely returned. My lads were all gabbing about hearing what sounded like all Seven's hells breaking loose near the grotto, and I feared you'd been sent to your death. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I'd hate to think you'd risked your life for naught. We hand this over. Boop, boop. And then we get a little cutscene, I think. Yeah. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew in the cave, eh? Aye, I agree that such a knife would be a part of any seafarer man's kit. I'm starting to think these ruffians are pirates. Come to lure my farmhands back to the life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on their doorstep and set a maddened gooble on you. The pirates have been adding to their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. You met someone else in the grotto. Yep, you were right. It's Ishtola. A woman with a strange contraption. Ishtola. She's been in Laminsa for a good while now. Her studies of the Aether often bring her out to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word for that. Okay. Where trust should be lacking is in those yeomen of the mine who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate's past. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of a buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks, busy gamer dad. If it weren't for your efforts of stalwart adventurers like you, this farm would be worse state than it is. Just keep on lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa, words is hard, to brighter future she deserves. Oh, cool. Awesome. All right. Nice. We're going to take the healing potions. So, yeah, I'm going to do my best to read the names and pronounce them well. I'm going to butcher the heck out of them, but I'm going to do what I can. We got a level up. Yay, we're level 9. Yay, level 9. Got the eye drops as well. Cool. All right, where are we going? Stalwart is up in arms as a hired hand. Nowhere to be found. The sea sloth Severin and his lot. Sea sloth. Is that a creature from Final Fantasy? I don't think so. Never around when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting things done, but then that rapscallion would never learn. Round them up and let them know that Staten Ren would like a word, and don't take no for an answer. Okay. I gotta go beat people up. Are they around here? What are you doing here? I'd like to tell me about what are you? Hang on. Adventures, best to hunt and codex. Come from the Allied Seal Trail, then reward them in the hunt. Go then. If you got questions about any elite marks, you got your danger rank straight, don't you? Goes BAS. Remember, it's bastard. Staying away from S marks if I were you. Okay. Can I do this? I don't think I can do this yet. I have to get the quest, I believe. Okay. Alright, you guys! Oh, there's a quest down here. Work, Can't work when me hands are full lifting mugs, you know. Better wager. Alright, well, I'm gonna... What do you think is in this mud? Swill water. Well, I got the swill part. Did I... Cool. Awesome. I did 1 of 5. I gotta go find the other ones. Off we go. Oh, they're out in the fields? What the what? They're out working? Good. I mean, I don't need to be. Where's the other one? Are they on top of the barn? Or a building? Alright, let's see here. Someone's going to be dropping off some eggs from his, maybe this afternoon, okay. Yeah, so it'll be this afternoon. That's all good. Alright, so it says there's one in here in this mix. Am I missing him? I guess I am missing him. Or is he in the building? Can I go in the building? I can't go in the building. Is it you? No. I don't know where this person is. I don't know where the person is. Are they in the building here? Hello? Is it you? No? Hmm. Alright, well, we'll go out and try and get the ones that are out in the world. Yep, I know there's a fate nearby, but I want to get these quests done. Axes are splitting skulls, not stumps. What do you... You know what I did in my sailing days? Skirmishing? You bet your beard I did. Aye, those were the days. I reckon now, satisfied with axes swinging trees. I just gotta go talk to them and it doesn't matter what I answer. That'd be good. Because I will probably get it wrong in some cases. Looks like I have a 50-50 shot either way. Fate joined. I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. Hey, stop it. Grounded Raider. You think you can have at me? Well, I have at you. Hello? Just totally ignored the fact that I chopped him with my axe for like 2/3 of his health. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, getting on the other side of him. So we can avoid the area of attack. There. Oh, nope. Stay on the other side of him. I'm assuming that is the cleave that you're talking about, the big axe swing. The cone damage that I'm seeing in front. Get on the other side of him. They can't do the ability if they're dead. So, you know. Oh, fate completed. Hooray! There's another person. Alright, are they hiding under the bridge? Because that would be like where I would hide. Nope, he's up there. Alright, well that's kind of annoying. Can I climb this? Ah, darn it. Alright, good. Made it up there. So Stoward sent you. What do you reckon I should say? I've saucier seeds to sow. Damn right, don't get gruff, any glory old gardener. But I suppose I could see what he wants and get him off my back. Cool, awesome, got you to do your thing. Nice, and then we're gonna run this way. Get ourselves out into the world. Oh, someone's fighting the wasps. We did that quest last week. So yeah, some of the things I'll ramble on about right now while we're doing this quest, because it seems like pretty straightforward, is about self-care. Hi, I'm Severin. Oh, you're the old man's errand boy now. Tell me, dear old captain, not to wet his britches. I'll be along. Oh, and just so we're clear, I don't care for landlubbers. Go find the chocobo you rode in on and ride it on out. Oh, good. We talked to the guy that we needed to. All right. So, one of the things that I want to talk about today is self-care. And one of the big things that you can do for yourself on the day before Valentine's Day is make sure you communicate to your partner what you want for Valentine's Day. We talked a little bit before about what their expectations are, but talking to your partner about what your expectations are for Valentine's Day or anything in between is really important. Now, what I'm saying is meant to inspire you to have those potentially difficult conversations with your partner, because a lot of things that come down to days like today are the fact that you have this idea of what you want to have happen. It's this preconceived notion that things should work out this way, that way, or the other way. And if they fall short, that's kind of on you to make it known why they fell short, and talk with your partner about what expectations you have for the next time. So that way it doesn't fall short and you're able to get what you want out of the day as much as you are able to provide for them what they want out of the day. Imagine a world where you had clear communication about what you want and what they want, and then you compromise. Sometimes those things can be counter. I want to go on a hike. That other person you're with hates nature. Understandable. So the compromise would be maybe go do a low-key, flat walk on a local park or something like that. That way you're out in the world and you're in a park compromising because the person might hate nature, and then they say, I want to go get ice cream. I want to go to dinner. Then maybe you can find something that's a compromise near a restaurant that you both want to go to. Maybe something that allows you to be a part of a fun festive holiday like Valentine's Day event that they wanted to. Go to a stall, walk around, or go do that first and then come back to the hike or something like that. Things that are really, easy to talk out when you start communicating exactly what you want with no subterfuge. Now, I am very confused right now because we don't see. Is he in the building? I can't see this guy. He's not. Is he in the tree or something? I'm very confused. I don't see this guy around. They're not. Anything? Is there trouble teller? These are fates. I'm so confused. So this, Anthony, if you happen to still be out there, is what aggravated me before. I tried to do a quest and it bugged out and only one person could do it at a time, and it was literally this queue formed up to do the quest, and people were jumping the queue or just trying to run through it and failing, and then causing an issue where there was a we'll say just hate speech is what ended up happening, and so it was really challenging to try and get the quest done. Yeah, and this seems to be one of those situations where it's like, well, you know what? I don't know what I can do here other than leave it and go do other quests, and then maybe it resets itself. When I come back, it'll be the guy will be there. Because I don't think I can talk to this guy. Well, Med Adventures this season of some alone best suits you. Nope. So yeah, nothing there for me right now. Alright, so we're gonna travel back to town. I think that's what I want to do. That's the yeoman. This one, instructed to speak with you. Fool me once. Where are they? They're in the other zone. They're in the next zone over. Glory days. They are also in the next zone over. And then we have this one here, which is inside the city. Let's do that one. Let's go inside the city and let's get that done. Wait, no, I need to travel. Where am I going? Is it here? And it's not stance. Armor, inventory, journal, hunting log, teleport, right there. And then right here. Good. Awesome. Nice, we made it. Okay, and now we're gonna go, I think they're on the upper deck. Yeah, they're on the upper deck, so I gotta go this way. Wait, no, it's this way, right here, right here. We'll go to the upper deck. I think it might be faster to go to the Marauders Guild there. Yep, perfect. I can go do this. And where's this person? They around there. Hello? Are they below? Are they downstairs, maybe? They might be downstairs. Is there a downstairs? I don't know. Or is there an upstairs? Nope, there's a downstairs. Let's go down the stairs and see if there's anything to be seen. Yep, there they are. Alright, the Axemaster told me you'd be on your way. My name is Broend Hard. Broend? Yeah, Broend Hard. Good to see a new marauder. Now, we axe wielders build strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right, our traditional method involves smashing a rock with your axe. That's a terrible thing to do. You would destroy that axe. But you can't use just any old swing. You need to hit a rock just right. Rotengeim, a fellow marauder, is waiting just outside the Zephyr Gate by the bridge over the Rogue River. She'll tell you how it's done. Okay, off I go. Thank you. Alright, so we go outside the gate. Zephyr Gate. That's where he said, right? Yes. Yes, let's go do that. Let's go do that. That sounds fun. We've done the thing there. If we get roped into it, we might continue it. More than level 6? Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm not gonna participate in that. We'll get ourselves over here though. Oh no, I went the wrong way. That's okay. We'll get this quest and we'll spin around. Alright. Hope you're sure safety where first. Yes, riding through the dangerous zone. More and more travelers pass through these gates, bloodied and bruised each day. They tell me the Yorzans harry them at the Rogue. It pains me to do nothing, but we need every man just to hold the garrison. You would do us all a great service were you to thin the Yorzan population for us. If you could clear out, say, 3 of their nests, I'd be in your debt. Okay, cool, awesome. Let's go do that. Let's go do that. So, circling back to what I was talking about before, the Mistborn series. If you happen to be out there in TV land and you've read it, you've listened to it or something, what are your thoughts on it? I think it's a good series to a point. I enjoy it. I enjoy the voice actor who's currently doing the audible reading for it. But the story is very much like, I don't know, I don't want to say lackluster. I enjoy the allomancy. I enjoy the idea of the characters and stuff like that. But it's just one of those things that I'm like, okay, all right, cool. I do like the Inquisitors. Those are fun. The aesthetics of the world, you know, and again, I'm only like in book 1 right now. So if there's, you know, book 2 is way better or book 3 is way better, then fine. Let me know and I'll continue reading it. But if you're like, yeah, it kind of continues on normally or it continues on as you've seen, then it's like, well, maybe I won't read that series and I'll go back to reading something else. All right. Get these done. These things are kind of terrifying. They're like angry water spiders. I didn't want to waste a charge on that. The Mistborn series from Brandon Sanderson. It's a little bit blasphemous, I know. But yeah, the Mistborn series from Brandon Sanderson. I'm like, yeah, this is a good series, but maybe it was too hyped for me. Because everyone's like, you need to read it, it's the best thing. And I'm like, okay, let's see what it's about. But yeah, I'm like 50% or 60% through book 1 right now. So I like the characters. I like Helsier, I like Vin. My favorite character is Dox. actually. My favorite character is Dox. Alright, let's go turn this quest. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Why am I running away from this? I gotta go do this person right here. This quest right here. We're literally right next to the person. Finish the quest. Efficiency. They're on the, of course, they're on the other side of the river. Of course they are. Gotcha. Yeah, I think that it was overhyped, and that's what kind of blew it for me. Green slides, ready to split some wood. 3 nice hard rocks. Build up a sweat. Heavy swing. There it is. Alright, cool. Where am I going? I gotta go here, do the heavy swing. Alright, destroy the rock with the heavy swing ability. Where's my heavy swing? Nice. So I'm literally just targeting these things there, and then the third one's up here. Nice. Just check the box. I really just destroyed my axe. That's really what I did. That's the way to do it, lad. Now you've got the idea. Why don't you have Adam at a little harder heavy swing, or yours no holding back. So I got to do a little bit more heavy swinging. Gotcha. You got it. Okay, good. Run back over. Turn this in. I see your natural. Me head still ringing from the sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself to the Axe Master and let him know. Ready for something harder. Oh, cool. Awesome. So we go back there. Okay, cool. Let me see here. Is there any other things I gotta do here? Is there? I don't think there is. Yeah, I think we're all good. So we'll just turn this other quest in. Sprint. Run. Gotta get up to the garrison up there. Highly recommend children time. You mentioned that some dude, and it's on the list for things that I'm gonna once this my subscription or my not subscription, that's the wrong word. What's the word I'm looking for? Rental. That's the word I'm looking for. Rental for the Mistborn book expires. I'm gonna try and get that one. I've also got eyes on reading the next Dresden Files book that's coming out. I think it's like 12 days or something like that. So you did the pass through my debt of gratitude. La Thorgrand is a vital stronghold. One of the Maelstrom would defend themselves. Hey, that mean they had the means. The fleet is spread too thin, which is why the Yellow Jackets have been called in. By our numbers are hardly inexhaustible, and your help goes a long way towards preserving peace. Hooray! What did I just do? Quest level up complete. I got a power up ability. Defiance. What is this one? Defiance. Significantly increases enmity generation. Okay. Is this my... And then delivers an attack with the potential... Oh, okay. Alright, so... Combo action. None of these are combos. They're all just buffs. Okay. Alright, fair enough. And then I've got Marauder. Beast gauge unlocked. This symbol indicates the defense stance. Defiance is active. Oh, so this is my tank stance. Gotcha. Oh, forced evolution that goes awry. Well, there's a couple of anime series that I've watched about that, where it naturally, you know, they... What's the word I'm looking for? I can't even remember the name of the series at this point. It's like Children of the Sea. No, Blue Submarine 6. Do you remember Blue Submarine 6? Number 6, maybe? That was one of the ones I think that had the forced evolution go awry, where it was the fish people versus the land people, and at the end of it you were just like, wait, no, we're all the human race, just one was forced to evolve and the others weren't. That was a good series. And then there was another one that was similar, where it was the first episode was a space battle. They were in mech suits, and then he gets like time teleported, warp ported to Earth, and the society in space is very George Orwellian, or Children of Men, where it's like if you're or Spartan, where if you're deficient, weak, or otherwise unable to support the society, you get, for lack of a better term, recycled. Soylent Green kind of style, where you get recycled into their food stock or food supplies, and the main character is the one that jumps through the warp gate and gets sent back to Earth, and then makes the connection that the monsters that they are fighting in space were actually human at one point. Yeah, you'd have to look it up. So let's see here. Report to Axe Master. So this is right here. Okay, and then what do you got to say for yourself? I swear each batch of new recruits of the Barracuda sends me worse than the last. I've already had to send 3 home because they wouldn't stop crying. If only I had more men like you, ones with sharp blades in which to match. I know. How about you show these greenbacks how to truly fight works? Make it worth their while. This is Fate level 5? Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Whatever. God, these Gregs. Let's see. Alright, cool. Where am I going? Down with you? You think you can take me? Just step back. You missed. Now what? Do I have to fight the other ones? Oh, there they are. Do I? Oh, I just aggroed all 3. Wish I had my cleave. Empower? Oh, that is an AoE attack. Oh, good. And then Defiance. So I'm in my tank stance now. So I have to be out of the effect before it disappears, if I understand. Otherwise, I take the damage even if I'm not standing in the effect. So it's like you just need to move, period. Don't stand in fire. Fire hot. Yeah, this is definitely a very active game to play, which is one of the reasons why I tried to play it on console, because I liked that idea of playing with a controller to help with the we'll say, required movement of it. Alright, significantly decrease amnesty. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you told me that last week, dude. Alright, so... Did I just complete the quest? Where do I go for this? Where do I go for the turn-in? I have to go back to there? Question mark? I guess I do. Alright, and then we gotta go to Marauders Guild. We gotta go there. These are the Glory Days ones. These are only level 4. Alright, let's get these done because we're kind of outpacing those. I want to get these optional quests done. So let's go take care of these before we go back to town. And then there's some quests in here. Oh, good. This is a fun little zone. I like it. I like it. Get a new pair of boots. Oh, did I get new armor? Well, this time dug themselves out into a pretty hole. Well and truly struck brimstone while shoveling through the mines, and now the rocks are rife with the reek of rotten eggs. Oh, sulfur. So that's a big explosion. The gas grew too much to bear. Need to clear the earth crystals. If you're to restore the earth, plug your mined sulfuric clouds brought on by the brimstone. Okay. So what am I doing here? Right here. So use that. Go around the corner. Use that. Use that. Oh, that didn't plug the leak? Since a hostile presence, I don't really care. Oh, it's because I'm in combat? Oh, there's like... Sulfuric cloud is attacking me. I'm sorry, what? Oh, Cyphric? Surfid cloud? Interesting. Okay. Oh, I can just use it from here. A hostile presence. Air near. How about you, cloud of angry bugs from the earth? Something out of sci-fi movies. Cool. Crush your enemies. Oh, hey, cool. We got an achievement. Yay, achievement. That's how we know we're the best. Because we got a little reward. Not an achievement for talking. That's for sure. Let's brush your first air. For many of the miners, a bit of brimstone is nothing to write home about. But I'm one to write letters when the gluttons choke to death down there. Gotcha. Piece of metal, calamity. I will take all classes. This is for intelligence. No, we do strength here. We do strength. So then it's the character armor chest. And then I believe boots here. I don't think these are any better. Item comparison. No, they are better. Altered thigh high boots, leather leggings. Yeah, these are level... Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, we get an upgrade. Getting some boot upgrades. Like it. Gloves. Did I already do the gloves? I did do the gloves. I don't think there's anything else for us. Okay, cool. Awesome. And then we got a bunch of quests here. Nice. Let's go do it. These are some cockatrices? No, wild dodos. Okay, not nearly as intimidating then. Cockatrices, terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Because they turn you to stone. And I don't have softs, and I don't know how those status effects work inside the game. I know there are, like curatives and things like that. But I don't know how they ultimately work. And I don't have them to begin with. So, yeah. Alright, we go this way. Do I go... Is that a bridge to get up there? You can auto-equip? Oh. Okay. I'll have to look at that. Auto-equip the best gear would be pretty fun. Jump here. Do this. Chocobo Keeper. What? Porters? What? Oh, yeah. Anthony mentioned this. Getting a Chocobo. Gotcha. You might be a traveler. Might be interested in a Chocobo Porter. Oh, do not tell me this is your first time visiting a shop. I shall update my registry with your name so you have access to future locations. Yay! Cool. We did that. We did that thing. Alright. It has information that may interest wealthy adventurers. Mind looking into something for me, adventurer? It may be even of interest to you, in fact. I'm told that plots within Mist are being auctioned off. You, me, hells. Even 12 damned wandering minstrels could purchase their own piece of Lenosia. And upon that plot of land, you'd be free to build a house of for you and yours. You can't tell me that the thought isn't slightly appealing, can you? 'Tis a bit surprising that the theocracy, that the thalassocracy had the time and resources to prepare such an area. What with the kobolds and primals causing all manner of trouble. But who am I to judge the priorities of politicians, much less pirates, eh? Alright, so we have a chance to get some land. I've yet to verify the truth of the tale just yet, though. If you've no objections to making a detour, or taking a detour from your adventures, why not head towards the Gate of Mist? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll do it. So, That's a good. The Mist. So if you don't know, some dude, I'll talk to you about these plot points. Inside Mistborn, Mist is a narrative tool. It is this. I don't want to say sentient, but it's this pervasive thing inside Mistborn. And there's the mist in and of itself isn't bad. You can walk out into it, you can breathe it, it's fine. But it's like the creatures inside the mist wraiths, which are basically exactly what they are described as, wraiths that feed on things that have died in the mist and then take on those uh, uh, features or take on those aspects and use their bones to create disfigured horror creatures. They don't move terribly fast. They're more interested in being scavengers and not really fighting. But the Mistborn, the Elemancers, and things like that inside the story are truly powerful. They use various elements in their body and they get certain strengths from those. And the fight scenes and stuff are really fun because of what the elements can do to the body and how they can be used. And the Lord Ruler supposedly has this, for lack of a better term, dictatorship and control as a god over the last empire. And he is got some secrets like everyone else does, but the idea is that the narrative centers in book one about a group of outcasts, outsiders, etc., attempting to right the wrongs of this society, and I'll leave it there. Not like Batman. All right. If a life of meticulous research into the advancement of the agricultural arts has taught me anything, it is that the fruits of knowledge are incapable of preserving themselves. Okay. Without adventurers' brawn to protect them, I fear all my work will come to naught. Take, for example, the splendid ogre pumpkin crop was able to cultivate. Years of hypothesizing and testing at last made tangible, only to be snatched away by those subterranean Sorners, the clever hedge moles. I've already engineered the pumpkins to resist fire, drought, frost, weeds, insects, and festive rituals. I just need someone to kill the moles. Oh, okay, so we get to go kill moles. Gotcha. Okay, fair enough. These are all just experience and money quests, which is fine. They call me the Steed Shepherd, but all three kinds of livestock we breed here fall under my crook. Nevertheless, sheep remain my first love, my one true passion. So, can you imagine my dismay by finding my flock in frumpy fleece? I can't very well take worn-out wool to the market. A sheep with no shine is good for nothing but mutton. But where there's wool, there's a way. See what Chartian, whatever, has to say. Like I said, I'm going to butcher these names, and I'm fine doing it because I am, if nothing else, honest with my ignorance, and that's okay. You are here for the wonderful content, conversation, and otherwise congregation of community. Right? Right. Good talk. Fancy words. Making myself feel better by using them. All right, where are we going? Where are we going? We're going over here. We're going to look at this guy because he's got sheep that he needs to shine? Question mark. Mulgrim has some little lambs with fleece as white as snow, but everywhere the little lamb went, lice were sure to go. Now they're stuck. Ugh. In the time it takes to brush one out, the lice spreads to 2. I just can't keep up with them myself. So if you could brush 3 shaggy sheep. All right, fine. Fair enough. All right, so we got to brush out sheep. Yay. Are we going to have to fight more bugs? If we get like a hostile intent. You also don't look like you're actually brushing the sheep out. You look like you're... Oh, wait. No, maybe it's the other person. It's the other person. Sorry. All right. Let's go turn this quest in. That was easy. That was pretty straightforward. For an adventurer, you certainly know how to wield a lice comb. Alright, as I'm sure you found, sheep are delicate souls that require delicate care. Truly wonderful wool requires time, love, and tenderness. You must caress the... Okay, this is getting weird. This is getting weird. We're gonna leave. You got another quest? You got some earth crystals. Do about the dodos. They may call me the red rooster steed. But dodos are birds that keep a steady seed. Those sweet and tender eggs, the succulent meat. So long as you remove the dodo's poison glands, you're okay. I didn't know birds could have poison glands, but fine. They're so delicious. I have found. Remind yourself the birds are. Perhaps you don't talk to. Okay, so we gotta go talk to you. We gotta go kill those dodos that we saw in the front of the area. We can do that. Right? Where are you at? You're over here. Oh, no. These are domesticated dodos. What? Pleased to see you. Cry foul. These dim-witted dodos pecked through the fence and fled the coop. Luckily, they leave the stead. Oh, so I have to go find the dodos that broke out once. Yeah, okay. Need to repair the fence. Alright, so now we gotta go find the dodos that are out and about. Got it. Cool. You there, dodo. Dodo-sized sack. Okay. I'm not questioning it. It is what it is. I see you. Well, I see the arrow. Now I see you. Okay, and then we get this last one. Where is he? Is he? Oh, I see him. He's behind the outhouse? Question mark? Pretty simple quest. Do I have to turn this into you? I guess I have to turn this into you. I've heard anything. Hand me the dodos. Ah, my precious darlings. Without their poison breath, they're defenseless out in the wild. Daddy Dodo gets so worried. Oh, dear. This guy's a character of sorts. Alright, let's hear another. Daddy, I'll stay around and look after my babies, won't you? At least until they're ripe for slaughter. That's just creepy. That's just creepy. Dude's got a way about him that I'm not quite comfortable with. Alright, where are we going? We gotta go down here. Right? I think so. Yeah. Is there fall damage? The answer is yes. I broke my ankles. What? An adventure? Yes. The auctions. By order of the Admiral herself, Mist and all plots within are to be sold exclusively to adventurers, so as to encourage their immigration to Limsa Laminsa. Why only adventures, you ask? Practicality, or practical necessity, really. Limsa Laminsa is in dire need of fresh blood, capable, courageous adventurers who fought her foes and protect her interests. Those who build a home here will have that much more incentive to aid us. As for what manner of place Mist is, I think it's best you journey there and see for yourself. Please direct any questions you might have to the recruit station just past the entrance. Alright, so... Got it. Cool. We're not done here yet, though. We're not done here yet. We gotta go other places. Oh, it's 10:45. We gotta do our pack opening. We gotta do our pack opening. Alright, so... If you are listening, and not just lurking... The right hand is 1, the left hand is 2. Put a 1 or a 2. Right hand is 1, left hand is 2. If you're listening out there in TV land, I'll put them down and we'll keep playing. Okay? On the right is 1, the left is 2. And then we'll open them up in the next few minutes. Oh, there's a fate out here. Let's see here. Furious farmers. Do you need help? Mine of lords, crawling oceanly, horrible creatures to choke the crops, maim tillers. Okay, so sure, let's do it. So what do I need to do now? Oh, these things. These guys. I've seen these guys before. Oh. Yeah, we're not going to fight that guy. We're going to fight these things. Where's the next ones? Hello? Anyone? Or do I have to wait for you to spawn? Strangle vines, poisonous, nightmare. Okay, so where am I going? Question mark. Reckon ground. Do I have to wait for more? Seems like I have to wait for more. 1.5? That's just rude. Some dude, that's just rude. If I had a third pack. We opened our third pack. Chase away any of that. Okay, so where are the rest of these things? Oh, I see one. They're just like kind of hidden. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, down there. That's Wild Dodo. That's is it underneath? Oh, come over here. I'm not gonna AoE strike this thing. Oh, you're an A. You're just a jerk. Two? All right. 2 is on the left. We have a vote for 2. Let's get through this, and then we'll open up our pack and see what we got. Over here. How about you? I will say that being a marauder makes it very easy for us to take on these quests because we wield an axe and we just hack the plants. Like, a sword's okay for hacking up plants, but, like, it's not the ideal weapon. Yay, fate complete. Nightmare is finally over. Hooray! We got a bunch of experience and got us some stuff. Alright, cool. So, here we go. This one here. 2. On the left. 2. Got it. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Do this. Do this. Okay. Alright, so we got a token. We got a Moogle. We got a Moogle. That's there. That's all we got. We got just the card. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Alright, so... Oh! Call of the Mountain Chocobo. That's fun. Search your library for a mountain. These are really good for ramping. I think there's one for every color. Quattrub Forayer, yep. So, zombie horror. When this creature enters, choose 1. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. Exile 2 cards from your graveyard. Oh, hey! The Google Gardener. We just fought one of those at the beginning of the episode. And it's that helps with green ramp. Sentinel Scorpion. As long as you control 7 or more lands, this creature gets +3, +0. So that's actually pretty powerful. That's actually pretty powerful indeed. Oh, yay! Summon! Chocobo and Mog. Stampede. All the creatures get +1/+1, 0 until end of turn. This is really good with the... I think it's Garnet. If you have like a summoner deck. Garnet allows you to move tokens around to her for summons and stuff like that. So that's a really good, like if you're doing a summons or enchantment deck. White Mage's Staff. So when you bring this out, you create a job. or you create a adventurer token, but then you equip this automatically to it. And so equipped creature gets +1/+0, and then whenever this creature attacks, you gain 1 life. And that character or adventurer is a cleric in addition to its other thing. Lunatic Pandora. Pandora. It's a legendary artifact. Survey 1. Sacrifice, destroy target non-land permanent. So that's pretty good for removal. Oh, summon Fenrir. I like the art for this one. I like this one a lot. The art for the summon Fenrir. Crescent Moon, when it first comes in, search your library for a basic land and put it onto the battlefield, tapped, then shuffle. Haven Ward Howl, when you next cast a creature spell this turn, that creature enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. So that's super helpful for the Garnet deck. I think Garnet is white-green, so that plays really well with her. And then the last one is draw a card if you control a creature with the greatest power or tied with the greatest power. Albed Scavengers, Final Fantasy X, I believe. Yep, whenever this creature or another creature or artifact you control dies, target opponent loses 1 health and you gain 1 life. Oh, Quinus! I call it Quinus. Is that Quitus? Quistis? I call it Quitus. Quinus? Yeah. I don't have this one. So this is Final Fantasy 8. She's the instructor. Alright, blue magic. When she enters, you may cast target spell or instance from your graveyard. And mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell. If that spell would be put into the graveyard, exile it instead. So if you can bounce her in and out of combat, you get free casts, basically. Not free casts, but like somewhat free casts. You get utility from the graveyard, basically. Sid, Timeless Artificer. They do say the game there. Oh yeah, you're right. They do. Good to know. So Sid is actually from pretty much every Final Fantasy. I think every Final Fantasy, because it says a deck can have any number of cards named Sid, Timeless Artificer, and that's the kind of a call out because he's in basically every single Final Fantasy. I think except for Final Fantasy 1. I don't think he's mentioned or he's a character in Final Fantasy 1. But no, it's just one of those things. So Sid, there's people who make artifact decks with Sid or around Sid. Artifact creatures and heroes. They're not adventurers, they're heroes. You create a hero token. Sorry, not an adventure token. You control get +1/+1 for each artificer you control and each artificer card in your graveyard. So one of those things where it's like you can have all the different Sids, but if they're in play or in the graveyard, you still get the bonus for the characters being that much stronger. Oh, I don't have this one. Ardyn the Usurper. Demons you control have Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. Star Scourge. At the beginning of combat on your next turn, exile up to 1 target creature card from a graveyard. If you exiled a creature card this way, create a token copy of that card, except it's a 5/5 demon. That's pretty powerful, actually, but he's hecka expensive, so I don't know how you could cast him from your hand. 8 mana, 3 black, and a 5? That's ridiculous. Alright, and then... Oh! Galuf's Final Act from Final Fantasy V. And it's foil. Until end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0. When this creature dies, put a +1/+1 counters equal to that creature's power on target creature. And then a foil land, Gone, City of Ruin. So that enters taps and it's a black-green. That's a fun pack. That's a fun pack to get. Cool. Nice. That's fun. So the next week we'll have our last pack open. We'll hold on to that. All right. Let's get out here. Let's do Excuse me. I like how we get the opening swing. The game is nice about that. I don't think we need to worry too much about these. Smash this guy. Take this one out, and a third one right here. Clever hedge mole. Not really so clever, because now it's dead, unfortunately. Alright. Now, where am I going? There's a fate there. What goes around comes around. I joined. Fool me once. Okay. Oh, there's a whole town section down here. Oh, wow. Okay. Bridge full. Yeah, okay. So where is... I didn't realize the title of that quest was called Whack-A-Mole. Your quintessential carnival game. All right, let's get ourselves up here. This is a nice area, though. I like it. Alright, we got your moles whacked. Nevertheless, I'm afraid it's too late to alter my methods now. To continue to focus on complex solutions, you have to stick to around killing things. What hubris, what arrogance to believe that I, one woman alone, could overcome the unfathomable, vast, and profound mysteries of nature. But with you here, I can surely do it. Hooray, awesome. Oh, we have another one. Oh, new gloves. Nice. Well, yeah, I'll take it. Alright. The concoction I formulated, all I need is some ladybugs and someone to squish them. Ladybugs simply cannot resist aphids. That's true, actually. In nature, they can't. Find some all-thick lavender. Dab it on a bit of aphid nectar, and they'll come swarming to the slaughter. Alright, so I don't know where I need to go to get the all-thick. Assuming out here in the world. We go this way? Is it near the field? Seems like it's in the field. Yep. Use. Oh, they gave it to me. A hostile presence. Little ladybug? Well, little ladybug about to be cleaved in two. Little ladybug's about to be two ladybugs. Or two halves. Oh, this is like a wave battle. Did we do it? Cool. We did it. We're the best. Jump. Run. That's a pretty view. I like that view a lot, actually. Like the god rays. Alright, turn this in. Return to me once you collect ladybugs. Hand over. There. Of course. Oh, I clicked through it. I go defend my crops. No, squish. Okay, I want... We don't need the intelligence. Alright, nice. And then character. We're going to the treasure chest. Gloves. Here. Equip. Yep, nice. And then where do we want to go? What goes around? I mean, we can do that one. Let's see why not. Yeah, such a... Oh, that's a sunrise, not a sunset. Cool. Yeah, you see the god rays coming across the screen? That's awesome. Little dots. And the shining... The lines. I think those are called god rays. There's a wind sprite. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Alright. Now, can I do... No, I can't do the duty finder yet. I can't do any things like that. That's unfortunate. Oh, we got some food, though. Breathtaking, is it not? You're right. It is. Looks great. Proud cells turning. Rugged gear churning. Gears churning. Oh, the windmill, not the sunset. Gotcha. Vigilance is key. By addressing tomorrow's issues today, we assure the wheels of prosperity continue to grind. Unfortunately, I have my hands full with the work of the day and cannot leave my station to tend to the inspections. I would entrust this duty to you. Yes, because I know exactly what I'm looking for. Seek out the other 3 millers. Heed their concerns. Oh, good. Okay, that's fine. I'll do that. I'll ask them what's wrong. Oh, is this Ishtola? Nope. Miller in need. Why? Why, I ask you? Why would Galagos want anything to do with my flour? It's not as if they can bake bread and lemon cakes. They can't, can they? But that doesn't stop them from raiding my granaries day in and day out. If this goes on much longer, I will have nothing to take to market, and the moneylenders will come for my only daughter. Please, I beg you, help me drive off these beasts. Sure. All right, let's do it. Where are these beasts? Hello? Oh, there they are. They're these guys? They are these guys. I'm not close enough? Really? He can hit me from a range and I can't? That's interesting. I'm glad that it auto-pivoted. I wasn't paying attention. I got an animal skin from that. You, come here! Bring your pretty face to my axe. Oh, so saith Gimli. Love you, have a good day! Oh, I should probably... What duties? Where am I looking? I love you, bye. There. This. Use. Why am I not using that, huh? Get the experience points. I can get it out of my inventory. See you up here. You think you can hide from me? Stone throw. Quintessential Final Fantasy tactics ability. I see you over there. Ooh. You just spawn in. I shall take you out. Have at you! Smack you with this. Smack you with that. Smack you with this. It's interesting how everything is on the same cooldown. I don't know if I like that because it's like really hard to get a cadence, a rhythm for things. But I guess it might change as you level up. I don't think the abilities change. Maybe they do. Maybe they get different ranks. Alright. Cool. Awesome. So now we go and talk to... the windmill owners about what's going on with their stuff. And if there's stuff broken. Well, you see, don't you? What more do I need? Only problem I'm having is meddling with my chores. Now, away with you. Oh, okay. Okay, bye! Let's do the far one, and then we'll do the one that's closer. Let's do that far one. Let's do the one that's closer. Do. Does the Grey Fleet have to do with the windmills? Pshaw, the mill is fine. You'd be wiser to concern yourselves with the grubby scavengers that rob us. Okay, cool. That's what I'm doing. I just took out the monkeys. The galgos that are stealing the flour. There is a little kid that owns this windmill. Nope, that's a lie. That's one of the other races. Gotcha. Cool. Sorry. I haven't noticed anything off myself. But let's look at now, shall we? There. The sails looked a bit nicked. Nothing urgent, mind you. The cloth we use is the same as those for the sails out in sea. Maybe wind and bluster. Cool. Awesome. So we gotta just turn in that little tidbit of information. Alright, trust you enjoy it. Are you impressed? The matter of those sails most worrisome indeed. Matter shall be remedied at once. Delay act occur. The starting slot. Yes, okay, cool. Awesome. So that's done. Task complete. Good. Alright. Now let's just work our way down here. Into the Beastmen. Do I want to do that? I don't think so. Furious Farmer, I don't want to do that one either. Let's just keep doing the regular quests. Level 3, I melt with you. Interesting. Let's run down here. We've already done that one. Glory Days. That's the one I'm looking for right now. That one. If we get through Glory Days, it'll get it out of our inventory. Or our quest log, I should say. Okay. Then are you on top or are you underneath? You are on top. Right? You are not. I guessed. I guessed wrong. Someone gonna like I'm afraid of. Adventurous is true. Going wrong through the Adventure Guild. Even if I wanted to assign you duties, Yellow Jacket regulation prohibit me from doing so directly. Now, if you don't mind working in an unofficial capacity of personal quest, you could take. Oh yeah, sure. We'll get some leggings for that. We'll do that. I think that's the one we want. Yeah, that's the one we want. Alright, so we get that. You guys headed road. Red Rooster Stead. Anox is his name. He asked me to bring him some river toad livers, but the mere thought of putting slimy livers out of... Oh, yeah, that's fair enough. Some people are very tactile, and they just can't touch, like, certain things. I have a buddy who can't, like, touch fleece. It sets him off. Maybe you care to fetch a liver or 3 for me. You can get by slaying the river toads and 12 around the eyes. Okay, gotcha. Cool, now we gotta kill these. These things are floating jellyfish. Is that a river toad? That is not a river toad. Okay. Those are done. River toads are gigantic. I thought they were smaller. Nope. They are not. Oh, they've got like an adorable little face. Oh, I feel bad. We can two-shot them. Is there anything worthwhile like exploring inside the cave? Question mark. This is how I get myself into trouble in these games. It's like I go off the path. I'm like, what's over there? What's over here? Doesn't look like there's anything in there though. Doesn't look like there's anything in there. Gathering and GP. Oh, gold. Really? Okay. Okay. These things remind me of that sci-fi movie, Life, where Ryan Reynolds is in space with the crew and everything like that, and they have this weird like alien thing floating around the space station. All right, you're a lifesaver adventurer. Now, take these over to Granddad myself, but I just can't leave my post. Not to mention the mere sight of those slimy things make my stomach churn. Would you mind delivering them instead? Find I got the red rooster. Yep, okay, gotcha. All right, now we go this way. I am assuming that we got to run back that way. Yep, we do. Good, awesome. So, yeah, the ramblings going on right now. One of the things that we can talk about, and that's a very important thing to talk about with self-love, is you are responsible for what you want to happen. And that also, by extension, means that you are responsible for how you want to take care of others. You cannot be expecting others to know what you want. And if you don't know what you want, you're allowed to be confused about what you want. You're allowed to say, I don't know. Let's try this and see if this works. Let's try that and see if I want that. And that is a big part of self-care, is to continue to probe for your likes and dislikes and grow with your likes and dislikes. Maybe you like something now and then your tastes change in a year or two and you don't like it anymore. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to be a new person every day. Now, there's some caveats to that in the sense that if you are constantly changing and constantly moving from one thing to the next, maybe you should think about taking a break from moving from one thing to the next and understanding why you're moving from one thing to the next. And I'm going through this quest line here really fast, so we're going to pick up this one here. But one of the things that as an older person I've become more self-aware of is that I don't know what I want all the time. I do know that I don't want certain things. And by saying, I know I don't want that, I know I don't want this, I know I want that, I know I want this or this way, it allows me to narrow down things and become more decisive as I talk with my partner, talk with my family about these things. My father has a really hard time with self-care and self-love. And I think that's because he is of a generation where that wasn't talked about and that wasn't something that was prevalent when he was growing up. He is a very driven person for work, and that's his love language, is acts of service. I'm working to provide for my family. I am working so that my house stays in order and things like that. But what the counter to that was is he threw himself into that, not realizing that that wasn't our love language. His kids' love language, his partner's love language, my mom's and it's one of those things where they're still together. It's not like they've divorced or anything like that, but it's they're missing each other a lot, and it's hard because they're at the age now where they need each other. They require each other in a lot of ways to keep them healthy, to make right and good choices for their future. And my mom's love language is always been gifts, purchasing gifts for herself, little treats for herself and things like that. And the reason why the relationship worked was because my dad would work and he wouldn't necessarily be home, and my mom would go and buy all manner of things with the money. And so you can imagine it was a cycle of where we don't have a lot of money because we're spending it on things that we don't need. We just want because we're lonely and we're missing the message for things. So just one of those things that as I've grown up, I've really internalized. Oh, looks like we are doing this fate. So, and it's not to say that I don't love my parents and don't appreciate what they've provided for our family unit and everything, but I know that were I given a choice to be having things done different, I would have articulated better, you know. But that's also hindsight. That's also my the opportunity of being older and understanding more about the world now. And having the patience to really have the opportunity to realize these things about myself and what I want for myself, what I want for my kids. Because I've tried a couple of things. I've talked with my wife about that, and you know how I'm potentially being overbearing and doing things wrong, and it's okay to get it wrong. It's okay. But what's not okay is if you take that out on others because you got it wrong. And it's quite often hard to admit that wrongdoing. And one of the things that my wife helps me with and talks me through sometimes is the fact that I go back and I apologize. I go back and I repair. If I got something wrong, I talk with her about it. And that in of itself is a form of self-care and therapy, because I will let it fester. I have that personality to just retreat inside myself. I believe they call it like a Hephaestus personality, where you just go and toil and, internalize things deeply, the wrong things, as it were. So it's better to vocalize them and not wallow in them. One of the things that I really struggled with in my first relationships growing up was I didn't communicate well. I had no way to structure dialogue that would lead to good results. I was a victim of my parents' relationship. And in a lot of ways that helped and hurt, because I was able to get a lot of things wrong when it was okay to get them wrong. In my first relationship, I learned a lot of what not to do in a relationship. Not good habits. Learned how to talk through problems. Learned how to vocalize these feelings I'm talking with you guys about. And after my first relationship, my first true relationship ended, the high school love, as it were, I did not date for close to, I want to say, 7 years. And you're thinking to yourself, like, you were in a high school relationship and you didn't date for like 7 years? I'm like, yeah, I didn't. The reason why? Because I wasn't ready. I knew that about myself. After I had seen what I put my first relationship through, I was not ready for anything. And I wanted to get better, as it were. And I, read books, articles, and things like that. I worked on myself. One of the things in my relationship that I really sucked at was when I was just angry. And the reason why I was angry was because I did not know that I was upset that my friends were moving on with their lives and moving ahead, and I was not. I was thinking I was putting a unfair metric, is what I'll call it, against my friends and myself for things. We're gonna die if I don't. Oh, I removed it. Oh, we're dead. This might be our first death. It is our first death. Yes, awesome. So where my ramblings are going, no. Okay. All right, so yeah, one of the things that, well, actually, how do I have to return to the lower deck, don't I? I do. So where I'm going with the ramblings and where I'm going, exposing myself here, is I was a very poor boyfriend. I was a very poor um, significant other. And what helped me get better was taking the time to realize that I was that and to work through that with myself and then bring my best self to the next relationship, which wound up being my wife. So, my advice for you as a form of self care, if you're struggling with finding connections with anyone, is to try your best. Wait, hire. Can I not do that? No, we want to go to there. Takes about 2 minutes. So this will give me a good chance to talk with you guys. When I... Oh, I can dismount anytime. When I was learning how to love and really being in a relationship, post high school, post hormones and things like that, I realized and took a hard look at how bad I was at it. I was very juvenile. I wanted things to be a very specific way without any compromise. And that's not what a relationship is about. A relationship is two people wanting to be together because they can compromise and work through things. And sometimes one person does get their way completely, and sometimes the other person does. The best way that I self-regulated was when I was on my break from dating. I focused on bettering myself by doing the things that I saw my friends doing without the relationship, i.e. going to college or going to trade school, getting physically well, eating right, not falling into bad habits such as smoking or drinking or things like that. Even if they were doing that, not doing it to excess. You know, things like that that were really one of those learner moments of, oh, maybe I should take a moment to, and I say moment, maybe I should take some time to get a certificate from school to get a job that I want to get. Remove myself from my group of friends that are a bad influence or that distract me from it. Talk with my significant other and tell them, I really want to do this. This is going to take 8 months, a year, and really lay out the plan. Or if you don't have a plan, work with them to develop the plan so that you both are together on it. And that is the only reason I was able to get through my 4-year degree, was because I spoke with my wife, I came up with a plan for going to school online, and I was able to get through my entire 4-year degree program. We had our daughter at the time, so it was really hard for her to, to take the reins of being not the primary, but like, hey, I've got to test, or I got to study, or I got to do this work. And there were times that I fell asleep right at my dining room table while I was trying to get through some homework and some entry posts and some writing. I relied on my group of friends that were really good at math when I was doing my flight calculations math, my math for aeronautics, and they were a huge help. I would go over to his house. I would take my exams in his house, and he would not help me. He would not do it for me. He would do it with me, and then we would compare the answers at the end, and I would upload my scratch work because that was a requirement for it, and I did really well in that class. I used the network of connections that I built in my absence from relationships for creating the best me. And all I'm saying is, if you take that moment to really critically look at yourself, or if you struggle to do that, get mental health help to do that. That is a good way to heal yourself and to make yourself more whole, or at least understand why you are the way you are and what aspects of yourself you can regulate better or repair entirely. All right, let's see here. Now we got our adventurous chest. We got a headpiece. Equip. Nice. Good. I think these are better. We're going to equip those. So those were naturally going to be better. Those are worse. Those are worse. Okay. Those are worse. Those are worse. There. There. Okay, good. Okay. Nice, awesome. And oh, we don't have a. I don't think we have a neck piece. Do we have a neck piece? Face wear. Oh, we do have an. That's a body neck piece right here. Gotcha. Okay, so we'll get a new one. Instead, the stagecoach was supposed to pull through here today. Never made it past Blind Iron Mines. Where is something or someone? Ooh. The coachman is a plucky fellow. I know. Woohoo mal. Wah yo ma yo. Ma wa o ma o. He'll be poking around the mines, plotting to salvage his consignment, but ultimately he's just one man. Put his mind at ease. Okay, so we gotta pick up that quest. Got it. Alright, indeed, the kobold said incursion worthiness. Now frightened my poor lambs. Oh no, the lambs that we spent so long combing. How dare they? So, alright, must deliver this. No, sure. Go to the blind mines. You got it. Doing that thing. Alright, is that how much longer is this gonna be around? Another 5 minutes? Let's go do this. Let's get redemption, huh? Let's get redemption. Let's do this the right way. Let's stop with the ramblings about self-care and let's just put an axe in somebody's head. That sound good for you guys out there? I think that sounds good. That sounds good to me. So we need to take out the ads and then we can take out the boss. And then, honestly, I would really like to try and get this figured out. Oh. Take out that one. I might be standing just a hair too close to these when they... Oh, I see you. Now, one thing I want to do, put this back on my bar. Take this guy out. And there's another one right here. He's probably gonna... House of Sticks. Well, you know, it's not wrong. Alright. You. Level up. Oh good, low blow. Oh, it's a stun. Do that. Take a little less damage. Oh, go this way. Strife to the right. And that's on a different cooldown. Can I stun him out of his move? That's a good question. I don't know. Is there any moves that we can stun out of? Oh, it's on cooldown now, so I can't really test it. Let's do Berserk. Let's hold it until he does his next thing. Oh, is there an ad? I see the ad. This one right here needs to die. You can stun him out of it, I think. Just doing the combos. This is really all it is right here. Just make sure our life's topped off just in case another one shows up. Oh, where's the one? It's behind me. Let's finish off this guy. We got him. Okay, good. Oh. Stun him. Finish him up. Good. We did it. Redemption! And because we had the right gear on. Okay. Alright, so... Cobalt, hallway. Alright, we go this way. Excuse me. We will do another one there. And where's the other one? Right there. We get... Did they stack? I don't think they stack. I don't know if they stack or not. It must be the help. Skarmar sent me. I thought you'd never get here. The kobolds stuck me up as and skedaddled with the garments. But don't you look worried none. I ain't fixing to get 'em back, so we can't get 'em back. All you gotta do is mosey up on close to that stagecoach they hit and peek in, and you bet your bottom gill those kobolds will be coming calling. And once them critters come out, thwack, you pop them in the jaw. Gotcha. Okay, good, great, awesome. Bound for that. Come through these mine right. Come to a desert of the dark. Long courtesy, but kobolds can. Oh, good. So this is like a double dip, I think. Question mark? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll find out. This doesn't really look like a stagecoach. But hey, what do I know? You sense a hostile presence. Aha! Oh. Berserk fell off. Oh no! Cool. Did it. We did it. Nice. Alright, time to partner round up enough seed. I reckon I'll tend to the rest of the mess here. Just go ahead and make Holzgarden gets his goods. Okay. Does anyone know when I do get a mount? Because that'd be stellar to get one earlier. Kind of annoying right now. Do I have the ability to do duties right now? I don't. Timers. Interesting. Okay. Don't have timers right now. Map, teleport, party members, signs, way markers, strategy board, Ready check. Oh, cool. You can do a ready check right from here. And a countdown. Socials, gotcha. Yep, we got those before. Turn this in. Alright, good to see you unharmed. Turn these in. Alright, 3 bags full, no less. Grateful. Been growing restless in recent moons. Tend to continue. Unlocking my praise units and war is on the doorstep. Alright, so kobolds are at it again. Not content with their own territory, these creatures have been pouring forth from their subterranean dwellings to wreak havoc on Laminsa land. But we won't stand for it. Our livelihoods are at stake. Alas, with neither side willing to give any ground, I fear there may be no peaceful resolution. Yeah, that's the one I want, right? Yeah. Cool, awesome. I saw that it gave me a robe. Any class, that's worse. It helps with craftsmanship. So in this game, is craftsmanship one of those things where it's like a mini game where you have to time it and you get like a gradient on how well you craft things? Or no? What did I just get? I got a neck piece. I don't think this is any different. Oh no, the other one, the weathered choker, is better. Yeah, the weathered choker is better. Because that has one stat for everything. Gotcha. So yeah, we'll equip that. Because this only has strength and dexterity. The other one has all this stuff. Bait and switch. Oh, ring. Okay, cool. Oh, no, a nice little cutscene. Cool. Seen with your own eyes how the kobolds have taken up arms against us. The mines of Ogahamoro aren't enough for their native nuisances of northern Bilbrand anymore. They've come to claim what is ours. Long ago, a war-weary forebear struck a short-sighted peace with the kobolds. What lay beneath the sea was to be Limsa's. What lay underground was Gore Moro's. Yet, what resolved one conflict created another, as the sea cannot fully feed, clothe, and shelter the children of land. Realizing this, kobolds tactically condoned the Laminsa settlement of La Norcie. We shared an unspoken agreement, but now the kobolds aggressively assert their dominance, threatening our very survival. Adherence to a pact is meaningless if it means our demise. It comes time for us to take a stand, seek the wisdom of Arenlona to learn how. So we're going to knowingly betray the pact that our forebears made. That's interesting. So, as at last made a naive hope that the kobolds' menace would abate of its own accord. Their numbers are increasing, have increased manifold as they expand southward. The food shortages spurred by overpopulation quicken the growth of their aggression. A common beggar would know better than to expect foodstuffs aboard a stagecoach bound for the stead. But these filthy scamps grow desperate. A common let's see here. We need set bait, and their hunger will be their undoing. Make arrangements. All right, so now I just have to walk back over here. All right, Ingenious will trap the hungry kobolds with 1 rodent. Tell Scarn. Yep, okay. Let's blind old iron mines and let the little gluttons won't be able to resist. All right, so now this is like the finishing touches for this. All right. I hand dead dodo to you. You go kill the kobolds for me. A bargain if I ever heard one. Take this over to Quabati? South of the mine, she'll know where it goes. All right. There. Good. I did, Anthony. Thank you for reminding me. Do you want to see what we got? Here, I'll show you. All we got was a Moogle. That's all we got. That's all we got is no. That's the token card. We got Call of the Mountain Chocobo for land filtering for red. So, this is a really good card for the set. We got the Quattrub Forager. Comes in, destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn, or exile 2 target cards from a single graveyard. So really good for helping get some control or removal. The Goodbye Gardener, so ramp for a green, and it's a pretty strong one too, actually. 1/3. Scorpion Sentinel. As long as you control 7 or more lands, this creature gets +3/+0, which is actually pretty powerful late game if you can keep this guy alive. Being a artifact creature as well, it works really good with blue artifact decks. Summon Chocobo Mog. All creatures for the duration of the scroll or enchantment get +1/+0, and it's a 3/3. White Mage Staff, so create a hero token, equip this to it, and then that hero token gets +1/+1, and then whenever that creature attacks, you gain 1 life. Lunatic Pandora, you can tap 2 Survey, or you can tap 6 and sacrifice this to remove target non-land permanent. Summon Fenrir. First one is search for a basic land, put it into the battlefield tapped. Second one is when you cast a creature spell this turn, that creature enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. And then last one is draw a card if you control a creature with the greatest power or tied for the greatest power. Fenrir is a 3/2. Albed Scavengers. Whenever this creature or another creature or artifact you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So that's actually pretty good if you have a like a board wipe and you can make them, what is it? Is it hexproof, or I forget how you make it, so that if you do a board wipe, this resolves and they take a bunch of damage. And then it's a Quistis trope Quistis Trep. Is that how you say the last name? And then it's got blue magic. When this card enters, you may cast a spell from your cast target sorcery or an instant from your graveyard, and any mana can be spent to cast the spell. And then when I do it, it's when you do, it's exiled to your or it's removed from game, put into exile. So this is really good. It gives you more utility if you can bounce her in and out of combat. Yep, Final Fantasy VIII. You're correct. Yep. And then Sid, Timeless Artificer. I don't have all of them. I think I have this one, but I'm not entirely sure. But Sid, being the character that he is in all the Final Fantasy, they have it so you can have any number of Sid, Timeless Artificer in your deck, and then he pumps up artifact creatures and heroes. So anything that's like the summons, like the White Mage Staff or the Dragoon Lance or something like that. You also do have cycling because he pumps them up even if he's in the graveyard. So yeah, pretty powerful there. And then I did not have this. I have Arden now. Arden, the Usurper. Demons you control have Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. Star Scourge. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to 1 creature card from a graveyard. So it can be yours or someone else's. If you exiled a card this way, create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 5/5 black demon. So it's also able to attack, because when you attack, then because it has haste, and demons you control have haste, lifelink, and menace. And it can't be blocked by, it has to be blocked by 2 or more creatures. I believe that's what menace does. And then I got a foil Galof's Final Act, which was it. To me, Final Fantasy V is one of those unsung fun Final Fantasies because they did a really great job with the narrative and the job system, the crystals and things like that. But this is an instant, and until end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0, and gains when this creature dies, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to its power on target creature. So if you know a creature is going to die for any reason, like something has death touch and you didn't realize it or something like that, you can actually use this to distribute some additional power to another unit or something like that, like maybe a demon. And then I got a foil Gone Town of Ruin, which is a black-green land. So that was the pack. We have one more pack to open up next week. All right. Oh, there's a fate going on right here. Fate join. The cave bats living in them, I believe they carried a bite. So I have to kill the cave bats? Is that what I gotta do here? It is what I gotta do. Basically, on a baseball, swing these bats out of here. I see you up there. Final Fantasies in a Nutshell series? Oh, that sounds fun. I like... Currently, I've been watching a lot of videos of League of Legends lore that people have put out there for... I believe Riot is finally got their arms around developing their MMO, but I don't know that for certain. I just read a couple of the rumor mill articles about it, so I might be just misunderstanding it. But I also like the League of Legends lore. They did a really great job with creating the world. The Rune Terra, I believe, is what the world is called there. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of videos for that. And then, if you haven't seen them in the past, there's also Prepare to Cry, I believe is the series, which covers all of the Dark Souls lore, including Bloodborne. So the gentleman who did that did a really great job with that series. All right, good to see. Red Rooster Stead hasn't turned us turned into chickens. It's done by it's basically a parody. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so it's what is it? A satire? Is it comedy? That's basically what it's all about. Is like they just bring down the comedic element of it. All right. Bait and switch. Go inside here. I remember reading a couple of fun posts about Final Fantasy, and one guy posting, I think it was on Reddit, that he said, I introduced my girlfriend to Final Fantasy and a couple of the games, and she said, oh, is it called Final Fantasy because in every game there's an apocalypse that you are trying to stop or avert, and that's why it's called the Final Fantasy, because it's the idea that you can have this fantasy world be, or your ability to engage in the fantasy world and make it survive. And it's like, well, I didn't actually think about that. So now where do I go? I go over here? Question mark? No, I go up here. That's funny. Oh. Dustman. Why don't we have currency that works 5 feet up? That was just... It was one of those... That one... What, it's not Final Fantasy... Is it 16? That's what that one is? Or is that... Am I thinking of the one with lightning? That one had a lot of weirdness to it as well. Yep. Pipes and G drive. Fun. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I've done it. Expected no less. I don't know what we'd have done without you. I mean, you would have done the same thing, I'm assuming? Just with a different person? Drowned wrench. Speak to... Oh, good. So we have to go there. It's no secret the Yellow Jackets pay him heed. Mayhap he would put in a word so instead ensure more protection. Cool. Awesome. Alright, so now where am I gonna go? Do I want to go? Bridge to full. Alright. I want to try and get back to the city. But I also want to travel to... Where am I looking? Travel. Teleport. Let's travel there. Because I want to try and... Yeah, I wish I knew a way to deactivate autocorrect, because I've write ducking mad so many times. Alright, why is this broken? Like, where do I go to get this guy? Is it not? It's not over here. Oh. Hmm. Do I have to dance? Let me ask here. I don't do a pirate muscle a good use, but I fail to reckon. Okay, so... Social... Emotes. Do I have sing? Yes, I saw that, yeah. Pray, blush, surprise, stretch, examine, converse. I'm looking for... Is there nothing else that's like, hug, no, curious, cheer? So, how do I get... I might have to look online. Let's do that right now while I'm thinking about it and I have time to do it. Because I don't know if I can sing. Can I sing? Search. Sing. Nope, here. Sing. Nope, no match. Special sit on ground. Voice sit. Special express. Alright, so let's see if we can get this figured out. What's the name of this quest again? Washed Up, Final Fantasy Online. Let's take a look and see if we can get it figured out. FFO, Washed Up. Yeah, it's a main quest. Yeah, I didn't see it in the list. Maybe. Well, slash thing doesn't exist. Alright, so. Only available start of the game. Lurkers, yes. It's a main story quest. I understand that. Yeah, main scenario quest. Let's see what you say. Let me mute this real quick so I don't get copyright striked. Yep, see you. It's from 9 years ago, so I don't know if this is gonna work the way it should. I would hope it does. Alright, so yeah, they're talking to him. Do I have to abandon it? Can I abandon it? I can't abandon it. So I don't see the question mark to talk to anybody else. Or not question mark, but the ability to talk to anybody else. Alright, so yep, they're basically going around doing what I just did. They drop down, talk to the guy at the wagon that's over on the side over there. Okay. Yep. Songbird emote? I will in a moment. Let's see. So they literally just ran by that. I don't hear them talking. Oh. I see. Tricky, tricky. It's not this. He's literally... Aha. There we are. Growing story. Something go on. Breadsticks. What? God, you know, it's in my breath, ain't it? Probably smells like that. Okay, so it was outside. It was outside. I just literally couldn't find it. Yep, thank you. Thank you. Yep, figured it out. I appreciate you guys having patience. You are correct. I knew it was something that I was missing. There must have been... I knew it was something that I just simply overlooked. Alright. Now let's get this turned in. So we can move on. By the way, you have to pay for emotes. I have to pay every time I use an emote? That's silly. Oh, that's not my fault. It's not... It's no fault of yours. You squirmed out of it. Worm wiggle through my fingers more than I can count. But rest assured, the next time I see him, I'll put him square into the dirt. Alright, fair enough. That's angriness. Oh, that's a big upgrade. We should do that. We should do this one. Pains me to say, but all the guild in the world couldn't buy loyalty. There's some, like you, who can be trusted, but there are others. Until now, I had no choice but to rely on that charlatan Severin, even though I am full aware he's been doing shady deals behind my back. More than once I've heard tell of improper trading with goblins. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if they were happening right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanished, as did Severin. I want to find out and confront the bastard Oh, can you? Yeah, okay. So he wants us to go do that. No doubt. All right, cool. We go do this. We go do this. Yeah, and where's this guy at? Was an event emote. Oh, so you have to pay for emotes and stuff. Unlock it. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Double deal. Let's go this way. Gotcha. Goteno, do you know when I get a mount? What level? You're my glossary, my thesaurus, my guide. I'm not saying that others haven't played this game. Just curious if you happen to know off the top of your head. I'm almost level 11 now, I think. Never mind, I'm almost level 13. Oh, it says so right down here. Duh. Wow, I'm so terrible reading this stuff. You there, Severin. Bloody hells. I'm up the strait without a paddle. Why? Oh, slashed out. I gotta do the emote. What's this now? Stalwart sent for the oranges? Huh. So the old bugger had known all this time. Arg. Like level 20. Okay. I think and you have to talk to a specific... Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Old bugger. No. Listen. You're one of those goody-goody adventurer types, right? Go rescue me mates from those double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. Alright, so then now... we have to do this, and then he runs off. Got it. Oh. Are you kidding me? I'd be faster, I think. I thought I flew out and down the river. Can I move now? Let's see, is it gonna let me? Yes. Nice. If you hadn't come, my dodo would have been cooked. Oh, my brother's calling me. I'm going to just turn that down. Oh, it's my watch that's vibrating. Gotcha. I will message and I will say I will call him back later. Then let's see if we can get this one before another round spawns. Nice. Good. We got them all. I owe you one. We've got myself, not for Severin, showing me a side. Well, there you go. Level 20 message. Oh, cool. Awesome. All right, yeah. Alright, save my mates. I owe you. I suppose I should be ashamed. I couldn't clean up my own mess. But a pirate knows no shame. I've no qualms about going back on my word. Oh, fair enough. I'm only giving you this sack because I like to cut of your jib. Take it to Osine and send him my regards. Alright, well, yay. So I'm going to take the sack of oranges and I'm going to... it's like 3 sacks of oranges, dude. Then we go back to... nope, we go this way. Right? Yeah, we go this way. Okay. We're almost there. We're almost there. Cool. Well, I'm definitely hungry for lunch now. Alright. Oh, sign. Hey, what do you have? Delivery of signature as scheduled? Ha, for the first time for everything. Yay! Well, look at that. Not a single one's missing either. about the only things not here are those bagmen. Don't miss them one bit. Here's stolen payment in full. With you, I can trust it'll reach him. Yes, you're right. There are certain foods. There's these meals, the marmot steaks that give us skill speed and everything like that. But where was the other one? Gathering. Oh no, I thought this gave me experience. Yeah, right there. 3% experience bonus. All right, the semester through the mines faster than a crow flies from the stead. It's good to see you. Hand this one over. I hadn't realized the extent of the null menace, but Mulgram's missive has opened my eyes. Should we fail to bolster our patrols of the La Nocian lowlands now, we stand the loss of the region altogether. I have not forgotten when the kobolds sought to seize the west. 'Twould be best for those there know their former nemesis have resurfaced. Though Stolrine no doubt remains vigilant, I would ask you to visit Summerford Farms to remind him sleeping dogs may not be content to lie. So we gotta go back that way. Okay, you got it. We gotta run. I never tried DC Online. My friend did way long ago, way back when it first came out. And he talked about the Green Lantern button, the hot button, being broken and stuff like that. I don't know if they fixed it. Like I said, it was a long time ago. But that's about all I know about it. I did like how I actually go back every so often and I rewatch it. The cinematic, the promotional cinematic for it, where Lex Luthor like teleports back in time and he talks and warns Batman about Brainiac and things like that. But that whole fight scene before with everybody basically dying, I thought it was like really well done. It was like, wow, this is like a movie that I would watch, or a trilogy that I would watch. All right. Yep. Yeah. Yep. All right. Let's do the kobolds. Ahoy. Always a threat on the horizon, which is all well and good, but Sahagins swarming our gates demand our immediate attention before ugly heads in recent memory. Still, I know better than to discard the bins of the yellow jackets. Cool, awesome. So we're gonna take that. Yeah. And then we have the other one that we can turn in. Back in one piece, what a relief. How did you fare, busy gamer dad? We got the monies, and we will hand it over. Ah, this was what I was aiming for. Looks to be all I was owed, all right. Though I'd be telling you false if I claim I had not held out for more hope for Severin. I was even willing to overlook the skimming off the top, but to sell us all short in favor of those godforsaken goblins. You do well to mind yourself around that two-guild cheat. If he'd leave his own mates for dead, there's no telling what he'd do to you. And then we get the armor. Nice, awesome. And then there's our level up. We're level 13. Let's go to our... Not a new weapon. Right here. This is better, I think. By far. Right? I would hope? No. Wait, it's the other one. This one. Oh yeah, by far it's better. And it gives us passive strength and dexterity. Yep. That's a no-brainer. And then the gloves, not as good. The pants are better. Yep, you see the +3. Yeah, so we'll equip those. I think that's everything that we've got we can do. We don't need a shield. We don't get earrings. The neck piece, this was supposed to be an upgrade, but it's not really because it doesn't give all the stats that the other one does. Where am I going? Oh, there's another main story quest here. All right, nice. Let's see here. A new headpiece. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, blast. At this rate, the crops will never see harvest. Only Blacksome could hear the dogs roaring. I'll bet Ratwada no Ratwada Ratwida Ratwida with Rotwida. Not Rotwada. That sounds a little inappropriate. Ratwida, where you might find some. Pay her a visit in the orchard. Got it. Cool. Awesome. I am probably playing this game the most inefficient way possible, but you know what? That's how we learn. Yep. Asked you to go. The pirates may have seen too long and broken their hearts. Bloodshed. Malice of the week. You could buy a high potion. Take it to Whitlow F. Whitlow F. Cool. Awesome. Okay. Now, what do we want to do? Oh, I guess I can go back and turn in that one quest about splitting rocks for our class, because we haven't done that yet. Let's do that. Let's do that, huh? Oh, thanks. Thank you very much. Register as a favorite. No. Return to the lower decks. Yes, let's do that. Yeah, so when me and my one buddy had an apartment together, we were playing World of Warcraft, and him and I were in the same guild for the longest time, but then he left and joined a different guild. He was playing a druid, I was playing a hunter. And if you know anything about vanilla WoW, healers were pretty hard to come by, especially for raiding. Oh, okay. Good to know. I didn't know I didn't see any, but it's good to know that they exist. But where I'm going with the story for this is he purchased at the time it was a leveling guide, and he just wanted to see if it was worth it. And I think at the time it was like $15 or $20 or something like that, and it got you from 1 to 60 really fast. And that was why he purchased it, because he was going to level an alternate character, and he thought the $20 was worth his time. And so he tried it out, and it was like ridiculously efficient. Like, he was leveling so fast. It was ridiculous how fast he was leveling. One of those things where it's just like, really, you did that in that long? Like, he got from level 1 to level 20, and this is vanilla WoW, so like leveling was a big deal, but he got from level 1 to level 20 in like probably about a week or like a half a week, like really fast. Because at the time it took you, I want to say it took you like 2 months or something like that to get to level 60, and that's like you played for like 3 to 4 hours every day. Alright, has been training, loosen your muscles and focus your mind, Raykarn. An urgent request for help. Oh no. Roosterstead. Oh, okay, so we gotta go back there. It shows me you'd respond. Cool, awesome. I'm gonna go down in the basement real quick and turn this quest in. And then I think we're gonna call our episode there. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. Oh, Raykarn, I know who you are. My brother often has me escort his fledgling marauders on their more dangerous tasks, I suppose. Ren Zoen expects me to give you the details. It seems the farmers need help clearing megalo crabs nest. Alright, near the Morning Willow in Lower Lanassi? And I shall trust you on our way. Cool, awesome. Great, we did that. Yay. Alright. And then low maintenance, down drowned wrench. We got a couple of quests that we got to turn in here. Let's go down to the drowned wench. Not wrench, drowned wench. It's in the lower deck if I remember right. Is that correct? Yeah. I think the... Or no. Is it the lower deck? It might be the lower deck. Let's try. Oh, yes. Rest in peace, Dawson. Yes, that is very tragic. Unfortunate news. It is over here. I guess I should have just gone to the main one, huh? That is very tragic, and it sheds a light on something that's also something that we can talk about. Self-care is a form of self-love. And if you're not, here's the thing, okay? This will be our outro, as it were, as I'm running around, turning these quests. You would die for your family, right? You would die for your significant other. You would die for your son, your daughter, your partner. You would die. You would absolutely die for them, right? Would you live for them? Would you change yourself so that you would live for them? Would you change the circumstances you're in so that you can live with them, for them? Consider that. Consider that this week. Would you do that? Because it's easy to, in a lot more ways, it's a lot easier to die, because then it's over. You have completed everything you can. There's no coming back from that. But life goes on past when you're gone. And could they continue on after that? Are you looking for an out to change that? The Bible says your body is a temple. I agree. Not bringing religion into it. But would you change your unhealthy habits of anything under the sun? And I'm saying unhealthy habits, anything under the sun, because it's very true that you can have quote unquote good habits that are unhealthy, that you take to an unhealthy level. So what I'm talking about is, case in point, my father. My father is a workaholic, and his love language was acts of service. His love language was working as a service to the family to provide for us. He had to. That was his obligation, but he took it to an extreme. He missed baseball games. He worked weekends. He took on 2 jobs, 3 jobs. But we were also a bigger family that was a lower income family. We had 4 kids that needed to go to sporting events, that needed to be paying dues for scouts and stuff like that. And there was the homes, maintenance and things like that. So he was burned out. But he never took a chance and an opportunity to take a step back from work and understand better budgetary, financial things, go to classes, read books, and things like that. Because my mom's love language was gifts. She would buy gifts for herself, gifts for us, gifts for others, and spend my dad's money not just on us, but all these frivolous things, these little treats and stuff like that. Would she better herself by going to therapy and understanding why she's doing those things, what are causing her to feel these things that she needs to do, and fill the void in her soul, in her heart, with things rather than emotional stability? And would she, instead of dying for herself or falling on that sword, work to better herself so that she can be a better mother, a better partner for my father, and stop the purchasing of things? And my dad, could he learn better financial management, learn opportunities to talk with my mother about her spending, and control these things and come to a consensus? Would you live the better life instead of dying on the sword and continuing what's hurting you? That's the big thing. You can, and that's a little preachy, I understand. I'm sorry. I'll dial it back. But just simply state, would you live a better life instead of just dying and ending it? Would you try and better yourself and try and learn new things to help you, for your family, for your loved ones, for yourself? All right, I am not going to try and say that name. Said an adventurer might be dropping by to deliver something special. That you, lad? That's it. Got in trouble. Goddamn smell. I've aided Alma since I was a sellsword. We tried sprinkling salt on the campfire. So he doesn't eat them. He just had them? That's funny. All right, well, we don't need this anymore. So we'll just take the money. For my dad, would simply remind him. For my dad would simply. Yes, that's the thing. That's not wrong. He was fulfilling that role, that responsibility that he put on himself. I'm not saying he wasn't. and I am grateful for that. But I also saw it as a glass half empty situation because he would overwork himself. And I saw many opportunities. So, a case in point, um, when my older brother, well, being kids that we were playing with some lightsaber toy or some. You remember the when the telescoping swords came out before 3D printing made them very accessible for everybody, and there was like a lightsaber one. And I'm not talking about like the really expensive ones. I'm talking about the ones you would get at Toys R Us. Being kids that we were, my parents bought one for each of us, and they bought a I think an expensive one or a somewhat more expensive one for my older brother. And yeah, both parents had to work. Yeah, both my parents did have to work. Um, we would have sword fights with these lightsabers, and they're not the most robust things in the world. They're thin, injection molded plastic, and we broke my older brother's one. Me and my younger brother broke his when we were playing, and yeah, the jingle every time I yep, don't want to grow up be a Toys R Us kid, and that's why I made this channel. Um, my dad felt bad enough for my older brother, and they went out and bought a replacement for him for what me and my younger brother broke. That's a good thing. But when they got home, my older brother talked to me about what they spoke about in the car ride down and said, when I was talking with dad about the money in the house, because I think it was maybe Christmas time or around then, that's why we got these things and one accidentally broke, was um, he said, yeah, these frivolous purchases, these replacements of things is why we're so strapped for cash all the time. And I don't want that for you guys. I want you to understand how to do things that will be good financial choices for you so you don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. And you understand how to balance a checkbook and stuff like that. But what I took away from that is they still purchased the lightsaber, the replacement lightsaber. They still purchased it. My dad didn't educate my older brother by withholding the gift from him and saying, hey, maybe you didn't take care of it. Maybe you didn't put it in your room. Maybe it was an act of fate or something like that, that it did break. But you have to understand that now we don't have that. It's gone. And I would love to get you another one, but this is food money. This is mortgage money. This is electrical bill money that we are now dipping into so that we can replace a toy. So that's what I took away from it. So there's the glass half full, glass half empty scenario, Anthony, that I totally see where you're coming from. It was his responsibility and his burden, for lack of a different term, to provide a roof over our heads, provide clothes and food and things like that. My mother too. My mother worked jobs when we were old enough to go, when everyone was in school. But one of the things that they missed out on because of that was the TLC, the connection to us. And I feel very estranged from my parents at this age right now at 40, because I don't have that foundation, that connection to them. And even though I'm trying to continuously, reach out to them, and I talk to them probably twice, if not more, a month. So that's like once a week, basically. And it's hard to connect to them because I still have some personal, I don't want to say resentment for what happened, but some personal understanding where it's like, I just don't know you. I don't connect to you. Not that I don't love you. I just understand that you're a different person than I thought you were. And me being a parent now, I really see behind the curtain of what it takes to be a good parent. And I'm not saying I'm a good one, but I have that internalized, like what they did and how could I do better or different, Oh, that's awesome. That's good. Yep. Even if it was just bedtime. Yeah. And that's the thing. My wife, this is why I love my wife, is because she calls me on BS. And one of the things that she called me on was the fact that I don't check on the kids before bed. I help put the kids to bed, but when I go to bed, which is usually about a half hour to an hour before my wife, because she's up late reading smut books. That woman, oh, reading those smut books. But I go to bed before her. And one of the things I haven't been doing is I haven't been just peeking my head in the room to see how the kids are sleeping, if they need anything or anything like that. And she's right. I should be doing that. I think I should be doing that. That's a really, important thing to just, even if they don't know I do that, it's something for me to remember and have this snapshot of them being innocent and asleep in their room. Yeah, I know, right? Smut books. God. I'll tell you right now, my back hurts from all the different positions that she wants to try. It's so annoying. Alright, the pact was a farce, and no handshake ever solved the blood feud. Just need to lick your wounds. Well, I suppose they're all healed up. Even the maelstrom's taken note of how the rascals run rampant. Alright, you can be sure their crystals summon Titan. Oh yes, the kobolds do have an affiliation with Titan in the lore. Now it's getting interesting. Yeah, Laminso look back on these petty thieves and skirmishes as good old times when that day comes, I tell you. And there won't be a company of heroes around to answer our prayers this time neither. Alright, well, an ounce of prevention's worth a pound's o' cure. Don't we have a quest that's like that too? That's the title of the quest. I'll talk to the Yellow Jackets and see if we can't slow the kobolds' advance on the stead. Alright, then we get a ring. That's strength. Yeah, let's do the strength one. Because we don't have a ring, I don't think, right now. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about the Nightbot thing. That's actually the first time Nightbot worked out. So don't feel sorry. I can Templar it down, Anthony. If you get a warning or anything like that, let me know. My parents used to see all the kids. Yeah. You say all the kids all the time. Only sleep. You know what? You're not. You're not wrong. My son has been really trying all of our patients this week, and we got report cards. And so it's out of 4. He's only in, first grade? So he's 7. So naturally he's going to be pushing boundaries, trying to find out, his own idiosyncrasies and things like that. But one of the things my son has challenged me with is patience. And it's really hard sometimes to be patient with someone where, especially a kid, where it's just like, I just want you to do what I want you to do and not ask the questions. But I'm not raising robots. You're not raising robots. You want them to think for themselves. You want them to think and ask questions all the time. As much of an annoyance as it is, it needs to happen. Hello, random people. 91, holy crow. Ash candy. That's a fun little play on words there. But yeah, it's been challenging with my son to be patient, and it's been fun though. It's been fun. Being a parent has been one of those things that I find the most rewarding, and also the most we'll say, for lack of a better term, interesting. All right, let's see here. Search for item. What do I do with this? Currency minted, eligible exchange. So I just have to sell this. Gotcha. Okay. And then I get the money for it. All right, cool. All right, so it's around 12:30. I'm going to call the stream here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Kotenok, for stopping by. Thank you, everyone who's lurking and not commenting. No pressure to do that at all. Appreciate you guys stopping by. We had actually a really great conversations today. I really appreciate it. Talking about Ted Time. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with bedtimes. It's a ritual that you sometimes have to realize is going to change, and sometimes it's not going to work the way you want it to. My kids love doing stories and songs for now. And sometimes me and my wife are like, all right, who wants to keep watching TV as stories and songs? And they're gonna leap at it. They're, screen times as stories and songs, and that is like a cop out in my head. I know it's a cop out. You know it's a cop out. But sometimes it's okay. It's okay to take some self-care, self-love moments and spend that extra 10, 20 minutes with your wife, getting dinner set up for yourselves if you guys got home from work later, or getting a workout in with you and your wife, or doing up those last laundries and chores and things like that, and then putting the kids to bed. It's okay to do that. Some random dude on the internet told you it's okay to do that. You can bring this up to your wife and let them see it, or your significant other. But yeah, Valentine's Day, it's about loving others and showing and expressing your love for your partners or your friends and things like that. And I want to encourage you guys to have that freedom and courage to tell the significant others in your life, or people that you want to be their significant others, how you feel and how you want your relationship with them to grow and what you are expecting from them. Don't expect anyone to be a mind reader, because they're not. And if they are, I have questions. Nice. Would never watch, so yeah, okay. Nice. All right, cool. Well, I hope you guys have a great week. Enjoy President's Week. Monday, Tuesday is usually off from school. I know my kids have it off from school. I took the days off from school to hang out with them. We have some friends coming into town as well. Next week, we will open up our last pack of our Final Fantasy play boosters. So hopefully that entices a few people. If you have not yet subscribed to the YouTube side of things, please do consider doing that. Taking that moment out of your busy schedule to check us out over there. Strength and honor, friend. Yes. All right. Take care, and we will, see you next week. Later.